Hey, long time no see, but I'm here. What am I doing? Oh, Real Housewives. Sorry, I'm late. Depression. Anyway, child, let me get these notes. So we pick up where we left off last week. Kim and I was going to say Kenya, are fighting, yelling, whatever. Kenya made mention of a tweet that Kim posted. I'm going to have trouble with these K's. Kim, Kenya, Candy. I'm going to have some difficulties, excuse me. So Kenya said, you pimp out your daughter for John Legend tickets. Kim followed that statement up by saying, oh, so you follow me on Twitter? Which, first of all, why would you tweet? She tweeted. I'm sure if you're watching this, you already watched the show and you already know. But for those of you that don't watch the show, maybe, and you watch me for some reason, Kim tweeted that she said, whose penis does my daughter have to suck to get some John Legend tickets? LOL. And Kenya made mention of that tweet, followed that up by saying, you pimp out your daughter for John Legend tickets, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry if you're getting a lot of ruffling. I found that when I wear this sweatshirt, the microphone rubs up against it and makes a lot of noise when I turn my head. I'm sorry, I just look so disheveled. Where was I? Oh, so she going off, blah, blah, blah. They fighting. Kim is standing up. Kenya's standing up. Sheree's holding Kim. Kenya sits back down. Kim's still standing up. All of that. Kim then kicked or threw something towards Kenya or at Kenya. I don't know. And something broke and I heard glass shatter and I don't know. I'm going to try to liven this up. Give me a minute. But yeah, after all that, Croy came in out of nowhere. And Croy, Kim, and Sheree then proceed to carry Kim over to Portia's house. Now, Portia was over there playing with the wigs. She opens the door. It's Kim, Croy, and Sheree. Kim goes into this tale. I don't want to say it's a lie because it's possible that it could have been cut out. But I didn't hear it. Sheree didn't hear it. And I'm almost positive that if it were said, Bravo would have rolled the tapes back. But Kim goes into telling Portia what happened and telling her that she was calling my daughter a hoe and she talked about my injured son. And when she talked about my injured son, that's when I lost it. And I'm sitting here like, does Kim have an injured son? Does she have a son that has some sort of injury, disability? What am I missing? What's going on with the son? I'm confused. And I'm sorry the camera is bouncing today. I adjusted it up just a little bit. I had a complaint about my steering wheel being ugly. So I had to move my holster up. And so now when it's up, it bounces a lot more, I think, than usual. So excuse that. And the steering wheel's still in view. So anyway, child, I'm trying to figure out, what about this injured son? So that's going on. Portia's over there, believing it because she already don't like Kenya. And so she's like, yeah, she'll provoke you, blah, blah, blah. But really, it was Kim. And there have been, well, you don't know, but on my other channel, I have defended Kenya once before. I'm not a Kenya fan. I don't hate her. I don't love her. She's there. She's just there. But I have never been quick to rush to Kenya's defense unless I feel like she needs, she deserves. I give Kenya what she deserves. If she deserved to be dragged like she was by Portia on the reunion show, I will say that. If she deserves to be defended, then I will say that. That's just that. But anyway, girl, back at NeNe's, Cynthia pops in out of nowhere I think we all need to acknowledge the fact that Kenya was on her best behavior. Well, first of all, Cynthia, we don't need to acknowledge nothing. We don't have to do that. That's just not something that is necessary. It's not necessary for us to live, move, or have our being. For us to say, oh, Kenya was on her best behavior. Kenya should be on her best. All y'all hoes should be on your best behavior. Y'all are 45 and up. The youngest person on the show, I believe, is Portia. And then Candy. The rest of y'all are over 45. Y'all need to be on your best behavior. What in the world? But that rubbed Nene the wrong way because everything rubs Nene the wrong way. And she said, you and your wig need to calm down. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't have it to do. I truly don't have it to do. But Nene is upset now that that Cynthia came to Kenya's defense. She's just really jealous of Cynthia. So, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Sheree is, her life coach, Jack Daniels, told her to plan something just for herself that's going to make her feel good. And she decided to take the girls on a trip to San Francisco. First of all, San Francisco of all places. I mean, it's beautiful. It is. But this, I guess they got a Groupon or something, because San Francisco, you guys have been to Puerto Rico, Africa. Y'all went to Africa, and now y'all coming back around to San Francisco? It just doesn't seem logical. Unless they have cut the budget, or Sheree had a Groupon that allowed her and 8 of her closest friends to come with her to San Francisco. That's the only logical explanations. But whatever, she's decided that what she wants to do for herself is take her and her messy friends over to San Francisco. What else am I missing before I get over to San Fran? Noel. Cynthia and Noel are making cupcakes. It's a beautiful time, mother-daughter time, I guess. Me and my mama don't do that, but we don't do too much anything anymore, so whatever. But Noel has decided, just as quickly as she decided that she was going to move to Charlotte, she has decided that she's not going to move to Charlotte. And that's the way 17, 18-year-old girls work. They say, oh, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do it. I'm on my way. And then 20 minutes before, they're like, oh, you know what, never mind. I don't really, the stars aren't aligned and I'm not really feeling it. I mean, that's how teenagers, not just teenage girls, but teenagers in general are flighty like that. It was stupid of her to have thought she was finna move to, where was she gonna move? Charlotte, over a boy. That was pretty dumb. It was not wise of her. And she's decided that she's not gonna do it because she wants to, find herself before she, takes on this big to-do with this boy. Good. Proud of her. And Cynthia obviously is very happy that her child is not moving to Charlotte. And I'm like, okay, Cynthia, girl, you can move to Charlotte too. You could. Nobody's holding you here. I enjoy you on the show, but I seem to be the only one. So, look, go on. Anyway, child, Greg is alive. Thank God. He has 9 prescriptions, and for some reason, Nene did not know that. And when he told her that, she was shook. Now, I've never had a husband. I've had a husband, but he wasn't my husband. I've never had an actual true life husband, but I do know that I would know what his prescriptions were, how many he had, what he needed to take in a day. That's just kind of the thing that you know as a partner to someone. You don't even have to be married, but that's just something you need to know. But anyway, child. Kenya and her dogs are over there crying, and not to sound insensitive, but that's literally the first thing I saw was Kenya crying, and then I saw one of the dogs crying too, and I was like, what's going on? Turns out Kenya's mama's gone to glory. Kenya's mama was actually her grandmama, and she had Alzheimer's, and she's gone on to be with the Lord. And that it hurt my feelings because my great grandmother she just turned 90. Did she turn 91? Yeah, she just turned 91. And she had a stroke last year, right before her 90th birthday. And her memory isn't quite, what it was. It's stroke-related memory, so you have to tell her stuff over and over and over again, which doesn't really bother me, but it bothers other members of my family. And then they keep telling her that she's got dementia, and so now she believes that she's crazy. And it's just really draining to me. So all of that really, it touched me, because literally on Sunday, I went to spend, I was working and I had to scramble because didn't nobody tell me that we were going to have a little birthday dinner for my granny on Sunday. So I had to find somebody to cover an hour of my shift. Oh God, I'm going to get mad talking about it because I offered to pay somebody and she just plumb did not want to help me out after I have helped her out. But we're not going to do that. I'll do that in another video. Let me see. Yeah, so Kenya's mama / grandmama has gone on to glory, and my condolences. I really feel for her on that. And they showed this video of Kenya's grandmama saying, her birth mama wanted to give her up, and I said, no, don't give her up, give her to me, and that was my baby. And it really I felt something in my shondo, right in the heart, where a heart would be if I had one, but I don't. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that really hurt my feelings. I feel for Kenya on that, and praying for her and her family. I ain't gonna talk too much about Kenya's mama, because I really, really, really have always felt, especially when Kenya was knocking on the door that season and her mom wouldn't come to the door, I really feel like Kenya's daddy raped Kenya's mama, and I don't know, I'm not sure what all the circumstances are, but I have felt that way since I met Kenya on the show. I've felt that way, and it's strange to me. The whole circumstance is strange, but I ain't gonna talk too much about it because it's not my business. Anyway, child, back in Nini's house. Marlo comes by. She looks amazing. My mama hates Marlo's fashions. I love them. Whatever. They're talking about the trip. All in all, Nene invites Marlo on the trip. Says, it'll be a surprise. Marlo says, oh, yeah, I was flying out to California anyway, so yeah, I'll go. And then Marlo asks Nene, are you jealous of Cynthia's relationship with Kenya? And Nene has the nerve to open her mouth and say no. And that's just a straight lie. It's a lie. Let me see. Kim is not coming on the trip, thank God, because I cannot bear Kim. So on the trip now, we at the airport. Portia tries to speak to Candy. Candy does not speak. It really baffles my mind as to why Candy just simply cannot talk to Portia. It does not make sense to me that Candy will not speak to Portia, will not give her a moment of her time. And I've said this before, when Portia merely repeated what she heard Phaedra say. If you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at Phaedra. But what I don't understand is how we on this tour, we back good girlfriends with a woman who got on the radio and spread your tea. Because we almost certainly know that you did sleep with Jermaine Dupri. You probably did sleep with that man's daddy. That girl got on the radio, Tamika, aka other one, got on the radio and literally spread your tea on the radio. But you hugging her, you best friend, y'all rapping together, y'all on this tour together. Mama Joyce comes in the room and does not read her for blood, hugs her and talks about how big her booty is. But you ain't got a minute for Portia, who merely repeated. She simply repeated what she heard. We all know Portia's a parrot. We know she don't have that much going on in her mind. Portia could not have conceived a plot or a plan to take you down like you think she did. If you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at Phaedra. Or if you're going to be mad at Portia, be mad at the other one too. It don't make sense to me. But anyway, child. On they get on this bus. They on their way to the hotel. They start talking about sex. I didn't care nothing about it, but they asked Cynthia when the last time she had sex was. She cackles. Must have been this morning or something. Don't nobody care. They asked Portia. She says about 5 months. Candy cackles. Now, see, what got on my nerves about that is you talking about, I just want to be cordial. I want to be cool. I don't want to start no mess. But let me go back. Let me jump back to Sheree. Sheree went over to the candy factory and started spreading fallacies, telling Candy what happened with Kim and Kenya, and repeated this thing about the injured son. And Candy went on to say, I wouldn't miss that for the world, after talking about how she feels so bad about being away from her son and, being a mom and always being on the road. She feels so guilty, but she finna go for this mess. Let me make sure I make it on this trip so I can see, the mess. Candy gets on my nerves. She really does. She gets on my nerves. But what I do know is that when I go to this tour in a mere 26 days, I think it's 26, that hoe better get up there and she better hit that high note in My Little Secret, is what I do know. And she better party on down to the XK beat, just kick it. I don't have time. Moving along, so back on the bus, Portia says she ain't had sex in 5 months. Candy cackles. Now, my mind says, if you cackle like that, you must know. You must have been in this girl's vagina in the last 5 months, because ain't nobody out here that I know what's going on in their bed. Unless I'm in their bed, I don't know what's going on in their bed. And even folks that are in folks' bed don't know what's going on in their bed. So for you to cackle like that, let me know that you've been in this girl's bed. That's what it told me. Girl, if you don't get across, I swear to God, if you don't... Stopping at green lights, I promise that's the fastest way to make me go off. I swear. And I'm not even late. I'm an hour early for work. Anyway. Moving along. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I really, really, truly feel like Candy and Portia, and maybe even Todd, had something go on as far as genitals and beds and bedroom candies and sex dungeons. I feel like that's what happened. I feel like that's what happened. Because for you to sit over there and cackle like you know what's going on in that girl's bed, let me know that you know what's going on in that girl's bed. Simple as that. Moving along. What else? They question Sheree when the last time she had sex. It's been about a year. Then Nene goes on, you love somebody, you love somebody, you love somebody, you love somebody. She just kept saying it, and I kept saying, well, y'all either shut up or get to the point. They did. She kept saying, then they flashed back to her saying it in another episode. You love somebody, you love somebody. It drove me crazy. It really did. Then they start playing 20 questions. Who do you love? Are you for sure? Who do you love? Is it me? Is it nobody? That's old. What is that? The Winans Next Generation? What are the Winans too? It's the Winans, but they children. I think. I don't care. Anyway, girl, so they play 20 questions, and Kenya asks, is he incarcerated? And Sheree does the you got it point. And they go into, it's Tyrone, who is the nigga we was talking about in the vlogs and blah, blah, blah. Now, Sheree did say that she's not married to that man, which is the truth. She did not tell us that she wasn't going with that man. She said she wasn't married. So I can't, drag her for lying. She said she was not married to the prison babe. Apparently Tyrone was the center of the beef with Nene and Sheree back in the day when she said, I'm depositing a Trump check. Get your teeth fixed. They're done. They're done. They're done. All of that. That was Tyrone. They brought all of that to us. Okay, so at the dinner. We at the dinner now. The girls, they was going to take a 2-hour nap and meet up. And Cynthia wanted to let you girls know that she's 50 by asking, do the older girls get to take a longer nap and blah, blah, blah. You have 2 hours. You have 2 hours, Cynthia. We don't care that you're 50. You have 2 hours. If you go to this room and go to sleep, immediately you may have, an hour and 48 minutes worth of a nap you can take. But with all of this, do the older girls get to take a nap? Because I'm 50 and I just want you to... Okay, Cynthia. Yes, you look good and you're 50. Okay. Anyway, child. So now at dinner. We done took this 2-hour intermission and come back and Sheree still wearing the same clothes she was wearing when we separated. Everybody else looked nice. Cynthia Bailey eyewear, shades was cute. Was Candy even there? I don't know. I know Portia looked amazing, but Portia's just simply gorgeous. Cynthia looked amazing. Nene looked like Nene. Marlo came down stunting on the dolls. She had on the little bunny ears with the mesh over the... Oh, yeah, she did that. And Sheree looked like casual Sheree. But I like casual Sheree a little bit better than dressed up Sheree, because when Sheree dresses up, she always misses something. It just doesn't come together all the way. It's like Cookie Line over on Empire. Something just ain't coming together. Anyway, girl, we at the dinner, and Marlo pops in, and Sheree's like, I don't remember inviting Marlo, but when she's here, the truth comes out, so we need her. So they immediately go into what's wrong with you and Portia to Nene. Nene acts surprised, like she didn't know they was finna bring up Portia. I don't have the time. But anyway, they start talking about Portia and Nene going back and forth. You're angry. You're angry. You're angry. You're angry. No, you're mad. You're angry. I started getting mad. I did. I started getting mad. And Nene was mad. I don't know why she acting like she ain't pressed. I hate it when people say, oh, I'm not mad, but they clearly mad. That worries my spirit. You so mad, your bun is coming down, but you're not mad. You're not pressed. Okay, girl. Let me see. So they go into, first of all, Marlo's back there trying to get the bun back together, but you should have just snatched the whole wig off, sis. Just snatch it and throw it. Nene goes into, you've said plenty of things about me, yada, yada. And they roll the tape back of Nene saying that, freaking fraud is who I would, have. Just own up to the fact that you said you wanted these girls off the show. And the fact that you wanted these girls off the show means that you wanted them to lose their jobs. Just own up to that. I don't have time. I don't. I'm so booked. I'm out here. I'm depressed. I laid around all day hoping that the Lord would take me, and he did not. So I'm tired. I'm tired. Anyway, so they rolled that tape back. And then Nene's talking about, well, you said some things about me, plenty of things. You said, roll the tapes back, roll the tapes back. And they rolled the tapes back, and we got Debrat talking about, well, Nene, I don't like the way she did you, blah, blah, blah. And all Portia said was, people try to pray curses upon your life, and you just got to be blessed, blah, blah, blah. But what Nene's not doing is coming for the Brat. I want to see Nene come at the Brat. I do. I want to see Nene come at the Brat so the Brat can whoop her tail and Lisa Ray can take off those white outfits, put on a black outfit, some black paint, a bandana, and whoop Nene down. That's all I want, because I'm sick of it. I'm tired. And I know Lisa Ray can stop Nene. I don't care how big Nene is. I know Lisa Ray can stop her. And I know the Brat don't need no help. I just want to see Lisa Ray stop Nene. I just do. And that was it. That was the whole thing. I don't have time. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this was horrible. And I'll catch y'all whenever, girl.